Hello, my friends. It's Christy, and I got about halfway through doing some maintenance on my vermi bin and thought, maybe I should be sharing this with my friends. So, this is my vermiculture bin. It's only very partially filled up. It's gone through its ups and downs over the years. This year it was left unmaintained for a while, so the population of worms went down. I did need to use some of the poop as well, and I think I at one point picked out all my worms and just put them in a new bin, and that wasn't too long ago. Kind of help get rid of some of the unwanted critters, which I still see a few in there, but they usually seem to stay in here. I think there's an earwig right there, but I don't see those around the house. So like most of the little critters inside of here, they stay inside the bin. And earlier I picked up the celery and I saw all sorts of stuff crawling on it, but not so much anymore because it's probably because it's just been open. So all those little critters will sink down to the bottom. And you can see there's a bunch of little chunks of wet paper in here. This one I just crushed some eggshells in. Those eggshells kind of take forever to break down. If you put them in a blender or something like that, I think that the worms might be able to process them a little bit, depending on your blender. But yeah, I throw some food scraps in here. You can see some of them decayed down there and eaten. And there is actually a lot of life in here. Hey, look at that. There's a couple of eggshells, little cocoons. So yeah, the population is growing in here. But what I'm doing today, and I started doing, this is actually going to get soaked in water and shredded up a little bit more and placed on top of here. And I've got this barrier of paper right here as well. Let me switch hands. But this was helping kind of keep everything over there, keep it all moist. You can see that the paper is a little bit dried out. And that's why I come in and do maintenance as well. Just give it a good mist with the spray bottle, which I've been doing. Do a few times throughout the process. But that helps kind of keep the moisture regulated. And in here I've got some paper soaking. It's a solid piece. It'll be wrung out like a sponge, opened up and placed over the top of everything once I'm done. So since I only have one hand I'm working with today, I'm going to pause this video, shred up this paper some more, get it really nice and wet, get this a little bit more moisturized, and get it back together and let you see what it looks like before I stick it back underneath the sink. So I went in our refrigerator, saw we had some lettuce that needed to be disposed of, so I am doing just a little layer of that. And then I have this paper down here. So this is getting nice and smushed and very soaked. And then wring it out like a sponge. And then I'll just spread this out on top. So the worms will be super happy with this as it breaks down. All those microbes will do their job as well. And then I'm going to lay that top piece, which is folded up over here. I'm going to unfold it, lay it over the top, and show you what the end result looks like. And once the paper's down, it looks nice and neat. Everybody's covered in. There's a little bit of water puddling over there, which is completely fine. The amount of moisture over on this end deep down is a good moisture level. There is some dry paper in there, so everything will kind of balance out. And having a little bit of moisture is good as long as you don't have worms crawling up the sides. If you have worms crawling up the sides, that might be an indicator that things are too wet and they're drowning. So I always feel like if there's one area that's a little bit drier, they at least have an area to retreat to, and they're pretty happy and healthy. So that's what it looks like. And when I want to add food, I'm going to add it to the middle section. I'll just lift this up, throw it over here, And then I'm going to start working in this area more than anything. Let this area over here just completely decompose. And then springtime we'll have some good, nice nitrogen-rich worm poop and some good life and microbes to put in our soil as well. So that is what my worm bin's looking like these days. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll do some updates in the future so you can see the progress on it. Thanks for watching. Bye.